How's it hanging, Phil?
Stop the prime time, bitch!
Come and get it! So either put the gun down now, or kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's get this party started.
I agree, Dana. Let's get this party started. So, welcome back to Sledgehammer Horror, guys. I am Ken Sledge, and let's talk horror. So, episode 4. Man, do I got some shit I want to talk about tonight. First off, let's catch up on the chat. Sean, thank you so much, my friend. Donation this early, you know what that means.
Ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby, ooh, baby.
Appreciate you, buddy. Thank you. What's up, King Matthew? What's up, Jerry? I'm sure I will. I haven't heard anything about it. I just got to wait for Ashley to me and her will check out the trailer, see, but I'm sure we will. How's it going, Kylan? My dinner done in time for the stream. Hell yeah. Omelet recipe. Love omelets. We did a new cooking with Sledgehammer Horror today. I hope you guys checked that out. That turned out really good. Nightmare on Elm Street tacos. Love it. Glad I can't wait to read it. What's up, Adrian? Kenzie. Yeah, we are going to get into this one. I'm going to be honest. For a lot of this episode, I thought it was like a big nothing burger until we got to that ending. The stuff that happened in this episode that I did like was kind of marred by CGI. Sorry, guys, my hair's driving me nuts. And it really kind of brought some of the episode down to me watching it. And like I said, I got a lot of notes here to talk about. Ashley had to work tonight, so unfortunately she won't be joining us. And I know, trust me, that bums nobody out more than me. But let's get right into this episode. So, we start the episode, and they go to the police, our lead kids now, our losers club, if you will, and they take an envelope full of pictures. And we as the audience already knows what's going to happen when they show up. And sure enough, they open the pictures. And what I love about this, because this went a little bit different than I thought it was going to go, I totally thought that when they opened the envelope, the adults were not going to be able to see what was on there, but the kids were still going to be able to see it. Our kids, Ronnie, Lily, I thought they were still going to see what was on the pictures. But when the police showed the picture, what is this, pigeon shit? And they couldn't see it either. I actually thought that was a smart twist on this. It totally subverted my expectations. I thought it was going to be like, the Bev blood balloon from the 1990 TV series where I worry about you, Bevy. Sometimes I worry a lot. And he's looking at the blood, but he can't see it. I thought that that's what they were going to do with the pictures here. So to successfully subvert my expectations here was definitely pleasing for me. That was something that I didn't expect, and it went better than I thought it was going to go. I'm still enamored by all the Stephen King references we're getting. Now we're going into Shawshank and finding out that Hank is going to be going to Shawshank. And when you have that moment of him realizing he's going to Shawshank, no one gets out of Shawshank. What are you here for? Didn't do it. You have the moments of, obviously the Shawshank Redemption, as we all know. It's a terrifying idea, and especially going there for no reason. I love how we get the reference to all the children that went missing in the 30s. One big thing about this episode is we finally see, we didn't know how that nurse, the nighttime nurse that Lily was with, or the counselor it might have been. We know that she made a close connection to her. And so to see her actually meet with Lily, have lunch, have breakfast, and have a conversation with her about what she's going through, it was nice to see that positive person in this episode. I thought that was really good. And obviously we get that for a future season. I think that we are going to touch on. I think a lot of this is going to be re-brought up in the seasons that we have coming up. So I do like that idea, and it's something I'm super excited to see play out of the future seasons. I have not seen any Rebel Moon, any of it. it went over my head. It was just something that I wasn't interested in. But if you really think Movie Thoughts I should check it out, I will. If you think it's something I should absolutely check out, yes, the end, Kenzie. We will get there. I have a whole laundry list of things I got to talk about this episode. Just finished the episode. Great series so far. I agree, Jameson. I'm enjoying it. I think that, again, I have issues. I think this episode, like I just said a minute ago, I think this episode up until the end was kind of a nothing burger. You know, it was more exposition stuff. And I'm like, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. I get how the book was written. And I get the time period that we're in. But I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm not. But not every single part of every single episode has to be about how racist it was back then. And again, I know that people went through it. I'm not blind to that, and I'm not ignorant to that, and I am very empathetic and sympathetic to that. But god damn it, I'm watching a show about a killer clown, and that's what I want to see. You know, I want to see it. So they're just adding more and more. My heart breaks for Hank. And again, we'll talk about that in a little bit, because I think we all kind of knew what was coming with that. Why he wouldn't say where he was the night of the kids dying. I mean, I think that was kind of something we all had a pretty good feeling about. So, yeah. But to actually hear it, I saw clips of the show on Reel showing it wasn't scary because it was a scene. I mean, I wouldn't say that it's not scary, Thomas. I think the problem is it's too CGI heavy. And I love Andy Muschietti. I think that the Muschietti brother and sister group I think they're absolutely fantastic together when it comes to writing. However, they need an editor that can tell them, slow down on the CGI shit. Slow down on it. It does not look good. Agreed. Yeah, season 1's not even over. I'm already excited for season 2. Yes, huge lore dump in this episode. It's like every episode we're getting heavier and heavier on the lore dumps, and I'm like, man, come on. So I do want to say that Joshua Odjick, I don't know if I'm saying his last name right, it's Odjick, Joshua Odjick, his Taniel in the show, adult Taniel, I think he's great in everything. I was a huge fan of his in The Long Walk. I think that his character in The Long Walk was great, and I think that he has all the potential in the world to be an amazing, amazing actor, and I'm really excited to see what else he does in this season. So that was one of my biggest positives too, is when I saw that he was in this show, I was very excited, because I'm a big fan of The Long Walk. That's in my top 3 of the year at the moment. And when I saw that he was in it, I got very excited very quick, because I thought his character in The Long Walk was done very well. And I thought he killed it in that. So to see him come into this episode and do the things that he did, the very little bit that we got of him, I'm really hoping we get a lot more of him moving forward. The river scene was scary. It was very scary. I thought it was more of a foreshadowing, not the past. And the CGI ruined it, man. Like, I don't know. I don't like the way it looked. Like when the fish swims up to him. Right there, you know what's going to happen. Like, you already know, like, okay, we're going to be getting, it at this moment. And then just the way it happened when he was all burned up, I was like, ooh, they're going there. And he obviously it is foreshadowing, because he tells him you'll burn just like he did, which we all know what happened in that scene. If we've watched It 27, It 2019, because again, I don't know how much this follows the book as much as it does 2017, 2019. That's the main focus here, is 2017 and 2019. And so we know what happened to Mike's dad in the show, in the movie. So to hear him say, you'll burn just like he did, it was just like, ooh, like, damn, you are right. But damn you for saying it. And then again, one thing I loved at this river scene, you get the red balloon floating by. Again, just perfect. It's just like the perfect little scariness, especially for people that are big fans of Pennywise. I was seeing if my clown was back here, but all I got is the old school Pennywise back here. If you're a fan of our boy Pennywise, I think I got him in here. My daughter's always playing with this stuff, so I don't know. Yeah, here we go. You know, seeing that red balloon float by was a pretty nice little touch. And then one scene, kids, don't do drugs unless they're prescribed to you. It's funny how I've changed as I've gotten older. You know, now as a father, I see I see things from a different perspective, and I see these kids, and you know, I took these out of my mom's thing, and you watch that, and I see these kids like, don't worry, just when you get scared, put it on your tongue. 'Cause they're starting to realize that it feeds off your fear. I mean, you could call it the galoo, which is what they're calling it in this, the galoo. It's one of those. I love when the kid, you know, he's like, I hate being right, and then Richie's like, let's not go that way. I don't want to believe that's what he's going to do is eat us. Because talk about how he's feeding on the fear, feeding on the adrenaline before, you know, it's the fear of the hunt, you know, the joy of the hunt for him. So I think that that's another part of the episode where I thought was really, really well done. Let's see what you guys got to say. Yes, and we will get there. We will get there because we did see Pennywise in this episode. I honestly think it uses institutional fear and hatred of Derry. Yes, I absolutely agree, Jameson. And I love that his dad believed him right away. You know, Will, when his dad pulls him up and he sees the marks on his arms, and he's just like, the first thing he does is go to Halloran. And he's like, what the fuck are we hunting out here, man? And Halloran, I love how he did. He was just like, dude, we're soldiers. I'm just like you. I do what I'm told when I'm told to do it, and that's it. But if I were you, I wouldn't be eager to jump on the front lines on this one. It's just like, it's my son. That's my boy. I will jump on the front lines for him every day of the week. Hardly seen the show, but is it? Oh, yeah. It in here makes Pennywise from the movies look like a bitch. Like the things he does to these kids in this one, he's just... I can't say he, it's not really a male or female, it's an ancient entity. It is just vicious in this show. And it goes all out. Like, it goes all out, Thomas, and what it does in trying to really take out these kids. We will get there, Kenzie. Because I do want to talk in depth about that part. I agree, Ashton. I'd say number one still, but... Exactly. I thought that was very Ghostbusters. Very Ghostbusters in that. I need help. I've briefly been a car accident. Forgot to talk to women due to this. All 56 of my girlfriends left me. Do you have any advice for me? Talk to them one at a time. How about that? Go back and try to get all 56 of them back. I thought for sure you would say 67 on there. Go back and talk to all of them one at a time. You know, a real man only needs one. I've had mine for 20 years, and I don't regret a damn thing about her. She's perfect. No. If we're talking about live action, sure, it's probably up there. The GOAT TV show to me is Futurama. I have 2 different Futurama tattoos on my body. That's how much I love the show. So, yeah, I'm going to have to go Futurama. Live action show, I mean, Breaking Bad would have to be up there. Parks and Recs would be up there for me, too. I love Parks and Recs. So, I'd say those 2 for live action. Hey, Cam. Oh, of course, man. Of course. I'm so glad you liked them. Really excited to go watch Five Nights at Freddy's with you. Ashley's going to talk to Gigi so we can make this happen, bud. Very glad you love those. We thought of you immediately when we got them. No, I'm live. It just took me a minute. Sorry, guys. The Lions are also playing, so kind of, you know. As you all know, it's Detroit in this house. So let's keep going here. Again, I want to stress this. Don't do drugs unless they're prescribed to you. Like, it's not going to help. I think the most powerful scene in this whole show so far was the meeting with Charlotte and Hank. You know, when she first goes, Bowers is like, if you're not family and you're not his attorney, essentially kick rocks, get out. And so she does, and she goes and gets a signed letter from the mother to go in there and try to kind of be his counsel, I guess, and talk to him. And when she does that, he admits that the reason he can't say anything is because the night that the kids died, he was with a married white woman. And again, I know how terrifying racism is, and I know how scary it is and how real it still is today. However, I don't need to see it in every single minute of the episode. It's too real for me, I guess. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, we don't need to see it because it's not, it's real, it's scary, it's terrifying. I don't want to watch this for real horror. I want to be fictionally scared by my boy, It. It's a powerful message that should be done, and it's been done very well in horror. Candyman did it perfectly. Tales from the Hood, amazing. Get Out. I mean, there's so much that is so well done in that type of horror. And again, me as a 40-year-old white dude, not the best person to talk to about that, but the message is always there. At least they're still making this a horror show, but focus more on that, damn it. And I wrote this before the scene finished, so forgive me. I said, if Marge is setting up Lily, I swear to God I'll lose my mind. And immediately after I wrote that, we found out that Marge was setting up Lily. So essentially what happened was she's sitting at the table and they're having lunch together. Marge invited Lily she's like, let's just have lunch, you and I. That's it. Let's sit together like we used to. We've been best friends our whole lives. Let's sit together and let's have lunch together. And they're having lunch and you're watching these two, and then this popular boy comes up and smiles, and she's like, I think he's into you. And it's like, no, don't do that. Come on. So then she walks away, goes to the bathroom to freshen up, and then the popular girls come over, and they're like, come on, don't bail on us now. And she goes to the bathroom to check on Lily. Lily's like, I'm going to go pee. I'm nervous. And then this is where, because this is what I love about this part. Right before it happens, you see her glasses, and just like in previous episodes, let me see if I still have it on here. Just like in previous episodes, you see the light shine on her eyes like this, which we all know kind of looks like the deadlights from the OG 1990. The deadlights there, or even at the beginning of this series, seeing the deadlights, and you see kind of the deadlight reflection in her glasses, and then she's like, oh, what's going on? And her eyes fill up with blood. And she, my eyes, and her eyes start popping out of her fucking head like an old cartoon. Again, this did not look very good. So she goes and she runs down the hallway. I do like the shots of from her point of view, like her eyes, as you're seeing through her eyes. That I thought looked really, really good. It was a cool addition to the scene. But at the same time, every time you saw her, it didn't look good. The CGI was just god awful. And I get to this point where that really takes me out of a scene. When it's overly done CGI like that, it takes me out of it. I'm not enjoying it as much when it looks that bad. Well, what she does to try to help herself in the scene is she runs into what I can only assume is the shop class at school, and she fucking cuts one of the eyes off. And then she gets a table saw, and she gets down and she's trying to cut the eye out. And when she does this, Lily comes in and throws her on the ground and tries to take the tool away from her, and she's laying on top of her, and all the classmates walk in, and they see her on the ground bloody and Lily on top of her. So you already know, because she's already crazy Lily, and you're like, ah, shit, she's fucked. She's so fucked at this moment. Because at the beginning, Bowers already told her, you're just buying yourself a one-way ticket back to the nut house, essentially, is what he told her at the beginning of the episode. And then this happens, and you're like, well, she's really fucked now. I even put, the eye scene was great. It was a great idea, but it looked awful. It did nothing for me. I didn't watch the end of the episode. I need to watch I watched the preview for upcoming episodes, which, trust me, we're really going to dive into that. But I did not watch the behind-the-scenes stuff they did at the end of the episode. I felt bad enough watching the episode without Ash. I know that she's going to watch it tonight, but we will we'll watch that together because we like to watch behind-the-scenes and stuff like that together. So we'll watch that together one night this week. So I would like to see how they did that scene. I hope they had, because usually in the behind-the-scenes stuff, they show some of the bigger scenes and how they did them. And I'm hoping that I get some of that in this, where I can actually see how they did some of those scenes. But that moment was just like, it brought it down because the CGI looked so fucking bad. So before we talk about the last part of the episode, let's catch up on the chat real quick. Absolutely, Cam. Dude, I'm telling you, I'm in. Because that's one of my most anticipated for next year already. So you let us know where you and Gigi and Mom want to go. Me and Ashley will be there, bud. Yes. So fucking bad, Sean. There is violence for kids, but nothing too crazy movie. It's not like super ridiculous. Yep. The ending is intense. I agree, Tom. It's never been my thing. I think it's just ridiculous. I think that there's a great deal. There's definitely a lot of similarities between Fred Krueger and Pennywise. But I don't think it's anything like where he absolutely totally bit on the book. But at the same time, there's so many similarities that if that was a major influence, I don't think it would really surprise anybody. Yes. I'm loving having it. It, I think, is great. But I do want Pennywise. Absolutely. Absolutely. We love the Santa Claus here. The Home Alone 1 and 2, Krampus, Gremlins, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Those are all must-watches at the holiday season for the Sledges. Agreed. Don't get me wrong, Mark. I love episode 1. I thought episode 1 was like balls to the wall crazy, but I do like how they're going. I thought this, yeah, so did I. You think the eyes themselves? I was not feeling the eyes. I liked the point of view through the eyes. I liked that, but I didn't like the way the eyes looked. I don't know, it just drove me crazy. We still haven't watched it. I'll be honest with you. Ashley and I haven't had a night together to watch it. I would love to. We would love to be able to watch it and review it. But our son is a senior this year. And Ashley works thirds, I work first. We work separate shifts. And with our son being a senior and it being football season, our Fridays and Saturdays are pretty booked up right now. We don't make any plans because they're in the playoffs. And we're going to the semifinals this week. And if they win that, we'll be playing next week at Ford Field, where the Lions play for the state championship. So, like I said, we love horror. We love our community. We love doing this for you guys. We love putting out as many videos as we possibly can, sometimes daily. But we are parents first. So we don't miss dance class. We don't miss ballet. We don't miss football. We don't miss wrestling. So yeah, we want to watch it, but we want to be able to watch that one together so we can write our review together on that one. It will happen, I promise. Thank you. I hope we don't let you down, Mark. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a matter of linking up. I talk to Cody probably every day. We're both busy, especially, like I said, football season, spooky season. He was actually going to be joining us this week on Thursday to do our Stranger Things preview. And this Thursday at 8, we'll be doing 7 Eastern, I'm sorry. We're going to be doing what am I trying to say? Predictions. Jeez, man. Predictions for Stranger Things Season 5. And Cody was going to join, but he's really busy right now, and he's actually going to be out of town. So he'll be doing that. But yes, we will be joining each other again very soon. Like I said, he's an amazing creator and a great friend. Hey, man. Oh, shit. Dude, have a great time, King Matthew. Congrats to you and the wife. I hope you guys have an amazing date night, man. That's incredible. Thank you for being here for as long as you were. I agree, Ashton. I'm with you. I didn't like how that looked. Yeah, the Del Toro we have not. I want to so bad. Oh, fuck. That's an impossible ask for me, but the Lions are pissing me off right now. So at the moment, I'm going to say Jason goes to hell. Just because the Lions are pissing me off right now. Yeah, they did change it from a meteor to a star. I did notice that, Matthew, and that's actually what we're about to talk about. Is amazing. It's my favorite film. Attitude. Ooh, okay. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to watch it. Yes, it does make it more cosmic. Well, let's get right into that, because that's the next part on my notes, I believe. The backstory of the Galoo. Right here at this part, this is where we really get Taniel. And like I said, I am a big fan of Joshua Ojic, and I know I'm saying his name wrong, and I'm so sorry. It's not like he's ever going to watch this, but man, I love you. And if I'm saying your last name wrong, I'm sorry, because that's not my intention to disrespect you. But when you get the backstory of the Galoo, what it is you have him being uncooperative at the military base. And so they bring in, oh my God, I cannot think tonight at all. Why can't I think of his name from The Shining? Dick Halloran. They bring Halloran in, and Halloran is like, hey, just tell them what they want to know, man, because this isn't going to be fun for either one of us if you don't. And this is where Taniel's like, come here. He's handcuffed with one hand. He's got the other hand free. And he gets close to Halloran, and he spits right in his face. And Halloran's just like, motherfucker, like I told you not to do that. And they're watching from the other side. The commander and Mike's dad, or Will's dad, I'm sorry, they're watching from the the one-way mirror, and he's like, Halloran's like, all right, so he goes into his mind, and he goes, this is one part I love, and it reminds me of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, when you have the paintings that are spinning, it's just the doors are spinning, and he's looking at all his different memories, and then he finally gets to the memory of when he first found out about the Galoo, when he talked to his auntie about the Galoo, and he goes into that door, and he's watching her tell the story, or ask him, can you tell me the story of the Galoo? And he's like, you're telling me this is real? And she's like, yeah, and so he tells her the story. And again, there's a massacre here of Native Americans and of settlers, and I wish we could have seen more of it, but it was cool to see like the deaths that happened here. So the ones that we did get to see were pretty gory, pretty graphic. What I love though is when she's almost at the end of the story, her eye just like closes and like she freezes up. And Halloran, he starts doing the slow clap, and he rises from behind her. And he's like, all right, Taniel, where are the shards now? Because obviously the star that sent him down, the shards of that are what can protect us from it. The barrier that they put around the West Wood. They buried them, one in a turtle shell, which was a very nice touch. And they lit the smoke, which again, this part looks so fucking stupid. Like the smoke rising. The shots were great here. Like the aerial shots and the bird's eye shots looked great, but the addition of the CGI smoke, it looks bad. Like it looks, and I get it would be very hard to do this practically. I understand that, but it didn't work for me. Like I can still say I didn't like it, and be honest, I didn't like this part. It didn't look good. But they burned, I want to say it was 15. I should have wrote this down, but 15 shards all around the West Woods, and they burned where they had buried them, so they were able to find them. And now here's where it all comes to play. Halloran's there with young Taniel, and he's like, can you tell me where the shards are now? And they go and they open the door, and I love little easy cut effect, but when he opens the door, he's adult Taniel again, and he points at another door, and he's like, you go there, and you go through the pipes, and that's where you'll find the shards. And it's the house on Neibold Street. And the episode ends with them zooming in on the house on Neibold Street. And it's just like, holy shit. We're actually finally getting to the lore of Pennywise. We're actually finally getting to the lore of the house on Neibold Street. Like, we're getting to what we want to see. And again, I have people like tell me, like, Ken, that it is not a clown. It is not Pennywise. Yes, I understand that. I really, really understand that. That doesn't mean I don't want to see Pennywise. Like, that's what I love. I love Pennywise. I love the clown. I love Bill Skarsgård. And he's coming. I mean, we've seen him in this episode. Because there was another part where he was being a creep, Will, and he's looking in his telescope and he's looking out at people's houses like he said he wouldn't do. And he sees Pennywise outside the house, and he freaks out, and his dad comes in the room, and he's like, what's going on? He's like, I saw somebody outside, and the dad blames the mom. He's like, see, you're going to the police station, you do all this, now there's somebody out watching the house. He runs out, and he's like, who's out here? Where are you? And when he walks in, he hears this noise, and he looks up, and in the tree is a red balloon again. So he knows, like, this is that thing that's here. Like, he believes his son, and by Halloran not telling him, he told him, like, you need to not worry about this. You need to stay off the front lines on this. So when he saw that, he knew, like, this wasn't a human. This is that thing we're hunting, and now it knows where I'm at. It knows where I live, and it's after my son. And in the clips for the upcoming episodes, because what they did here that's brilliant is it wasn't on next week's episode, it's in future episodes. We finally see Pennywise. And he doesn't look the greatest so far. It looked kind of CGI in the trailer of him. But I don't think it'll turn out that way. I think this is like, sometimes in the trailer they do shit like that. So I don't know. I'm very excited. Like I said, this is, going from this week to next week is the most excited I've been about an episode since episode 1 to episode 2. Ending on the house on Neibold Street, and then by them teasing us, by not showing us what's happening next week. That's another reason that I'm excited about it. It's just like, hey, we're going there. We're starting to get to the bottom of it now. And there is one part in the upcoming episodes where you see, Skarsgård as Pennywise walking towards Lily. He's like, I wondered how you'd taste. It's just like, it's him. It's Skarsgård. He's here. We're getting him coming up. So, you catch up on this chat real quick. Yes, they need to do more special effects instead of CGI. I could not agree more. I wonder if it's the material composition of the shards that confines it or the people's belief. You know what? It could be. It really could be either one of those. Because if they believe that much in the shards, Jameson, their fear's gone. And he feeds on the fear. So, that's a very good point. Is it the obsidian, the stardust that's in the shards? Or is it the fact that it gives them the belief and takes away their fear, which takes away his power? That's a very good point. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, it does, Kenzie. Like, it really, really does. I won't lie, I got yes. I mean, if they're following the book, there is some heavy foreshadowing in those moments. But it's just like, I'm trying to think. I don't want to see that. I know, I'm being a punk. I get it, I am. But I don't want that. That's too real for me, man. You guys know me. I don't like real life horror. That's why I don't get into the Ed Gein shit. I don't get into all that stuff. Like, it's just, that's real to me. And when you have stuff like that, like the Klan and shit like that, it's too real. And I can't get down with it. Like, I'm down with the clown. Like, I don't want to see that real life shit that breaks my heart because it still happens to this day. I'd rather see a clown that I know is not real kill people instead of this. Yeah, exactly. This is battery acid, you slime. Good call, Bug Out. That's a very good call because that's one of those that is so terrifying in that moment too when you have little Eddie doing it and then Big Eddie trying it. Like, this is battery acid. This worked once, but he doesn't believe anymore. Yeah, and again, yeah, that's a bit too, like, I've talked about this before. I'm a huge fan of Tales from the Hood. I think Tales from the Hood it's in my top 10 horror movies of all time. Tales from the Hood 2, I'll never watch again because I thought the Emmett Till stuff was so distasteful and so disgusting that Me and my son were watching that movie together, and even he was like, "Are they really doing an Emmett Till thing right now, Dad?" And I'm like, "Dude, this is stupid. Like, I'm not into this." And so when they do real stuff like this, and again, I know that this is all in the book. I know this is all a part of history. I get it. I'm not naive, but they've changed a bunch of other shit from the book. We could change this part, please. Oh man, Violent J. He go chicken hunting with Pennywise, which is funny because, like I said, I'm a Detroit boy for sure. Never been. Somebody asked us this. I think it was last week or the week before. If I was a juggalo, no, nope, never was. Lots of respect for the Insane Clown Posse. Just because their fans would die for them. They are really, really cool. I have a lot of friends that are huge ICP fans that have always been ICP fans that still they'll only drink Faygo, but it just wasn't for me. It was Bobby. Yeah, thank you, Bobby. Yeah, it's never been my thing. So did I. Like I did too, but I'm very, very. Oh shit! Yeah, Vince Russo on Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Let's go. I'm so damn excited for next week's episode now, you guys. Like, and I'm pretty sure Ashley has next Sunday off. So she'll be able to watch it with me. I'm like resisting the urge to text her and ask her if she's watched it yet. Because I know that if I do, I'm going to end up spoiling things, and I don't want to spoil them for her. But at least we got to see him, though. Like, that's my thing. Like, because in episode 3, like, we heard his voice. Who are you? That part was so good. I want to see more. Because that's another part of this episode. Like, I don't know yet, but is that really Halloran's grandma? Because think about this. Like, in Dr. Sleep, which, again, I'm a huge, huge fan of, Danny can still talk and see Halloran. They're sitting out on the bench. He's talking to Halloran. He sees Halloran. Halloran's been dead since The Shining, but he still sees him and still talks to him. So, is that really Halloran's grandma that he's seeing? She's like, keep a lid on it. It's after you. Or is that Pennywise just trying to scare him using his grandma? Because he's been in his head now, too. I'm just so ready to see how that plays out, too. Like, there's so many different storylines in the episodes that are happening right now that I'm so anxious to see how they come to a head. Like, from the preview we've seen of upcoming episodes, Marge is with the Losers Club now. And I know they're not the Losers Club. It's just the easiest way for me to describe them. So Marge is with our Losers Club now. So we saw that. We saw, like I said, the preview for the upcoming episodes went so fast. Like, it was just bomb, 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 bomb. I'm going to sit down and dissect that trailer once I'm done here and kind of see the things that I saw, see the things that I didn't quite see, because I was also, while it was doing that, I was kind of recording my immediate reaction, which we just posted up. It was posting as I was getting live. And while we were streaming, we hit 14,100 subscribers. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you. We're at 14.1 now. Really, I know it's probably not going to happen, guys, but our big, big hope is that we make it to 15,000 by the end of the year. I mean, that's 900 subscribers in the next, month and a half. Probably not going to happen, but we're going to keep working at it. We want to hit 15 by the end of the year. So make sure you guys are spreading the word. Spread the word throughout the communities. Subscribe to Sledgehammer Horror. Come check us out. This week on Sledgehammer Horror, we are going to have tomorrow. It is my first horror movie with Oriana Nichelle. She's amazing, amazing TikToker. I'm a big fan of hers. It was great to be able to work with her. On Wednesday, a special My First Horror Movie with Samantha Hale, Horror Nerd. She has a comedy special out right now. She does a sketch TV show about comedy and horror together. And then on Friday, it is Sledgehammer Interviews the Dreaming Insomniacs, 10 years. They've been together making records, and so we did an interview with them, trying to show the love for all the creativity and stuff they've been doing for so long. So make sure you're checking those episodes out. I know. I don't either. That's why I want to go and dissect it. I want to really sit down and look at it before I make that decision on how I really, really feel about it. But and then Thursday, guys, we will be live again on Thursday. It'll be us. It'll be that horror couple. We were gonna have our really good friend Connie from Talk Spooky to Me, but unfortunately she can't make it. Which is a bummer, but life happens. I'm just very grateful to her that she was able to get a hold of us early and let us know, hey, this is what's going on. She's a very good friend of ours, very good friend of the channel, and an amazing creator. So you guys should still check her stuff out. We will be working with her in the future, but us and that horror couple will be giving our Stranger Things Season 5 predictions coming up on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I've got some doozies in here. I've been dissecting Season 4. I've been dissecting the new trailers, trying to get the best of all I could for this upcoming episode, and I really think you guys are going to have fun with our predictions. So if you haven't already, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help build the channel more than you know. And follow Sledgehammer Horror on social media. Those links are in the description as well. But until next time, keep talking horror, stay what you are, and we'll see you guys soon.